I've been up the road to get a new battery, and the old Vern. This is me at last. I'm just doing the average of gears. Just do this one again. I marked the chain, and I've moved so what I've done is I've marked the chain, I've rotated it, measured it in 4 places, got 4 averages. I'm just going to work it out now. Right. So basically, now I've done it all up and done it right and put the washers in the right place and everything else, and not cocked up basically. The difference is 0.15 of a millimetre, well within tolerance. So all this hanging about for right shims and everything else, if I'd built the engine right in the first place, I wouldn't have had a problem. But to my defence, not that I've got one, the manual I bought online, and I had 3 now, none of them are really being any good. I tried to get a factory manual, but I was outbid. I was outbid. So, you know, it's not the end of the world, but because this one went, what did it go for? It went for about £8, and that's the cheapest I've seen them. They're going for sort of 15, 16, 20 quid. So I'm not paying that for it. So, and when I bought the engine, like I've explained before, the cylinder was missing, the crank was missing, all this side was missing. So all this, the drive was missing, chain was there, clutch, cage and everything else, that was all there, but the drive, spring drive, was missing. So not knowing how it goes together, you know, that's my defence and I'm sticking to it. But now it's all done, it's all kicking over nicely. I've got to put the back on, but now polished inlet manifold. Go on there nicely. I've got the bolts. I'll just I won't stick that on just yet, because I want to stick all the clutch back together. So I've got to get torque figures for the clutch basket and the spring drive, and I need to do that. I need to wash my hands, and then I can rebuild the casing, put the engine to one side, rebuild the casing, the kickstart, everything else in the casing. Right, I'll just show you. When you got to try and do up to studs like this, you should put one nut on, put the other nut on, right, make sure they're fully on, do one up against the other. Let me just pull that round, see if I can show you. So then, like I say, you do one up against the other. Then you can put the stud in, do it up tight, he says. Let's get a socket. He says, there we go. Here's one I made earlier. Once that's done that, undo the two nuts away from each other and pull them off, and that's your studs in there tight, and shouldn't, I never say never, it shouldn't come undone when you put the nut on and pull it off again. Just again, tighten one up against the other. So, what it does is it causes a friction between the two, and it tightens up against the bolt. That's why you want it all the way on. You don't want it you want the thread sticking out both nuts. You can, if it's not massively long, obviously you can do it, but you've got to be very gentle, because if you don't have any thread, only has to be a thread, doesn't need to be masses, you can cause damage on the end of the thread. And if you get the nuts off, sometimes you can't get and that's it, both in there now. You can't get them back in again, can't get a nut back on, like once you put the casing on. Right. So yeah, I need the torque figures on. Just pause, because obviously waiting for me to sort that out, it's a bit boring.